Hello everyone, this is Maffuman coming at you with a Starcraft Star Battle. We have a 6-on-6 ship building action game starring Chris Yanes as a frigate, Paunosaurus X as a carrier, Vent also a carrier, also started with farming build, though Paunosaurus X didn't. Buddy, what'd you start off with? Some lasers? Okay. Or no, some shields. Okay there. We got over easy, starting with a nice and easy Colossus with some shields. APC Howie Mandel starts off with farming Void Ray, very nice. Up the middle, Chris Yates, we already saw. Hey, buddy. And Ghetto SC, starting off with farming Guardian. Mr. Omnipotent started with a Void Ray who has Blink. Cloud just warped in. He has a Void Ray as well. Knight, the battle cruiser, started off with some missiles in range. We got Mad Cat, the farming Raven, and Night Raven, the Electromag Storm, Haven, Arbiter right there. And we got Chesty Puller rounding out the blue side with a carrier of their own. Mr. Omnipotent went around the side. He has Blink, so he was just trying to farm. He is slightly out of position, but oh, look, Blink. And a very nice 1-2 punch with the Electromagnetic Storm, using it to kill the Paunosaurus X's interceptors, which actually didn't really need it. They were unupgraded, but hey, you know how quickly they just died? Right there. Let's see. Let's check out what this ping is over there. Oh, red side saying, hey, look at Cloud. He's farming. We don't want him to do that. So the Vent is using his farming interceptors. Now, the actual that's the part about that is that both of those ships are kind of like the, hey, if I get left alone and make a lot of money, I can be kind of really cool ships. So, Vent wants to use his interceptors, which are upgraded 5 times, to farm, although they're really good against also doing, damage against capital ships. That's not what he wants to do right now. He wants to farm. But then he flies his interceptors into the loving arms of this warp prism, killing them almost instantly. You got to be kind of careful with your dives there. Very beginning of the game, you probably won't have warp in, so you have to be aware of how few interceptors you have and how very slowly they get back. Well, we have 2 people back there. While the red side is retreating, I'm not sure if that's a warp trip or just 2 independently farming people. I'm gonna go with the 2 independently farming people. We're trying to figure out what gank means. Gank means kill. The Raven with a B. We're gonna gank him. I'm gonna do some ganking. Well, not really. They're gonna run away. They're gonna just push back. They are having a Howie Mandel is using his Void Ray now. He only upgraded it to do mostly damage against what's it called? His prismatic beam against light units. 50 is not yellow. But light is upgraded, so it's 25. Whoa, we're moving back. We got Mad Cat still back there. Mad Cat did not use the time to escape. He actually used it to just farm a little bit more. He has 539. You can check out in the top right there. But Willie got a kill for his supers. He is actually running right through the very middle of where he's supposed to be. And the other person who's really there to defend is Knight. Knight with his yes, longbow missiles. Okay, great. But look, Knight Raven only heals about 60 health every time he uses his energy, and he can't use his electromagnetic sword because he's using his energy on other things. Will Mad Cat be able to get out? He has about 2,000 life. Oh, Knight, he's not being healed, and he was kind of in the wrong place at the wrong time, trying to be a bro, and he might get taken out for being a good Samaritan. No, he has 1,000 life, and he will survive. Whew, we got not quite enough damage from everybody. Everybody on the red side did push them back, though. I think they were kind of split their attention. Half of them went up to the night, a Mad Cat situation. The other half probably went for the Void Ray. Kind of splitting their attack there. And look at this. So they're actually being a little bit quickly because they're being back. They're pressing the beep. Okay, well, they're being a little bit cautious there, which is good. You always want to be cautious. You have exactly 1 and no more and no fewer than 1 life. But they actually could have maybe farmed a little bit more. They do have a farming advantage, but it's still reasonably farming advantage. It's only about 100 to about 200. If they had stayed a little bit more, they maybe could have pushed it up to 200-300 extra more. Money advantage, but then they also could have died. Then they could have let the interceptors at 10 catch them off guard. They could have you know, it's just died up there or gotten injured or been out of position. So they didn't want to do that. They wanted to be cautious. They have two carriers. Two carriers are really good if they can farm, but they're not the greatest at sustaining damage except for their interceptors. Like except for their interceptors, which are their main attack, they actually don't have like lasers. Or I mean, sorry, they have lasers. They don't have missiles. In like the first version of this game, carriers were basically like battle cruisers with better interceptors, but in the most recent version they have most that definitely distinguish them, and carriers really just are there for like farming you know, a lot of money and getting some cool abilities, but staying far way back. So that's why they were being kind of extra cautious. They don't have the damage tank ability really with two of their ships, 3 or 4 of their ships really. Oh no, we have two Void Rays behind them. They're both farming right now, but if either any of those ships get kind of injured, they could end up, you know, maybe taking out Ghetto or taking out somebody else who's injured. Let's see if that ends up happening. All right, we got a nice, beautiful seeker missile just hit Ghetto right there. Red side's noticing that, wait, there's 1, 2, 3 people, and where are the other people? They notice that there's something wrong. They notice that they're not being attacked as much as they should be, so they're actually retreating. Well, some of them are. Some of them are warping back. Some of them are actually staying up there. Communication saves the nation, but, you know, they're not really quite doing it too well. They ended up not being warp tricked, but they're kind of like trying to go on a wild Void Ray chase, which happens. Right? Void Rays are sneaky. Void Rays try to farm, and sometimes you can catch them off guard, but more than likely than not, you just kind of retreat. Over easy, he has his recharge shield. He does use it. So far, even though they have, yeah, there's feedback from this from Night Raven, but there's not feedback from or not EMP from the Raven. Oh, one of the carriers went upgraded Barrage. Barrage is doing a couple thousand life. Will it do any more damage? Oh, if there's more interceptors on him or something like that, send that a little quickly. You probably could have taken them out. The Barrage is one of those, like, it seems kind of strange. Why would you put a giant gun on your carrier? Well, one, because the animation is cool. Number one, most importantly, possibly, because the animation is cool. But also because it kind of works with the overall flow. They're there to do a lot of damage. The Barrage channels you know, them in a position, and while the Barrage is doing the most amount of damage, their interceptors can go in more easily and finish them off. Now, if these interceptors, if they didn't turn around, they probably ran out of range, but if they didn't turn around, they probably could have caught that Void Ray. We're 0 for 2 in our wild Void Ray chasing. Void Rays can be kind of sneaky and go around the sides, and unless you have really good timing with your interceptors, with your wraiths, you know, right? You probably won't catch them, but if you do catch them off guard, then they're in trouble. But the Void Rays are doing that because they want to get a lot of money. Let's look at team compositionally, because they're not necessarily like standard. Another good feedback on that guy. Oh, Howie Mandel moving in with his Void Ray. He got feedback, so he had to run away, plus his interceptors on him. Kind of a weirdly placed electromagnetic storm, because the interceptors can sometimes kill your own allies. Interceptors, and if there's missile hits, and if Night keeps on going, if one of those Void Rays, no, they didn't quite commit to it because they were being attacked. Boom goes the dynamite. Chris Yanes gets smacked right there. But Knight couldn't commit to an attack because he was being attacked himself. Teamwork, making the dream work. And DreamWork makes some good stuff as well. Oh, I think that was a really beautiful attempt to use Dark Swarm to save or extend the life of the Tempests, the Sky Furies. But you know, it didn't quite work as well as he thought. The interceptors do get close enough that it allows them to attack, because Dark Storm blocks damage in a certain radius, and the interceptors could fly into that area. Knight has Biosteel, which is why he's healing up right now. Plus, he's getting shields. That's why you're seeing both of these numbers go up. Usually, Terran ships can't just heal them by themselves, so only one of those would go up. Get OSC using his lasers, which are needle spines. He was feedback, so he can't use his Darkstorm or his Corrosive Acid. So he's trying to do some damage with his Broodling Strikes. Ooh, good bomb right there. Acid Spores and Needle Spines, but without the reduction of armor from Corrosive Acid, can't do that as effectively. 2 Farming Void Rays still over here. 2 Farming Void Rays possibly gonna go in to save a little bit some people, but they really just want to like wait. And now look at him, he has his cloak ability. Night Raven maybe taken out. Oh, there was a beautiful blackout on both Chris Yanes and Over Easy and all of the interceptors, but it was a little bit too late to save the Mad Cat, or no, to save Night Raven. Who's not a Raven, but actually an Arbiter, which threw me off so much. Okay, that's okay. So now that Blackout was used, that did shut down all mechanical units for a little bit of time, for about 20 seconds, but it just was used a little bit too late, because Over Easy used his Thermal Lance and burned them down at the very last second. Let's see, Ghetto and Over Easy both in the position to do some damage to the tower. I'm not sure if they're going to get all the way through the shields, but they might want to try. Anytime you can do a little bit of hull damage, not the shield damage that's doing right now, that's great. Over Easy was in a good position. He's the tank and he was being attacked. That's actually what you want to be as a tank. And he was using his recharge shields. And they will push, yeah, a little bit through. They have to retreat. They can't stay there forever, but they did do a little bit of damage, and now, you know, they're kind of running away. That's exactly what you want to do. You don't want to overcommit, especially, I mean, hey, you might take out a tower, or you might just hurt it, and you might come back and do it later. Be a little bit patient sometimes. Chesty Puller, getting his chest hairs pulled right there by ABC Howardell. Let's see. A little missile-on-missile action from Chris Haynes and Knight. Knight doesn't have any abilities and probably should. When the Arbiter was there, maybe you could have gotten away with it. Chris Haynes maybe gets taken out right now. There's actually, I don't think any detect. There's no detect on the on the red side. The red side's using their abilities to try to take out Cloud. Cloud is being attacked, moving with the Plasma Barrage, and Ghetto SC does take him out. Oh, but Chris Yanes was taken out by Mad Cat, the Raven. And Ghetto SC is also being kind of punished for his efforts. Knight has to be pushed back. Over Easy is pushing back with his scary-looking thermal lances and his abilities, but then he kind of pushes back. Ace Mandel is right there. He has to go back. Red Sun saying, hey, they have Cloak. But you know what they don't have? There's nobody who can detect. There's actually nobody who can even drain energy. Okay, yes, the only person who could drain energy is a very almost secret ability. I'm going to tell you it right now. It's Purifier Beam. It's used so infrequently, I forget about it because many people do. It's the ultimate ability from the Void Ray, but will anybody actually go for it? Or will they say, hey, feedback is, what's it called? Cloak is scary, but maybe there's a way around it. Mr. Omnipotent certainly, is trying to improve his Cloak ability. He has Cloak, he also has 400 energy. Let's compare that to the 300 energy of, Howie Mandel, who only has Charge. Because only has one ability, 300 is probably reasonable. Now, because because Mr. Omnipotent went for Cloak plus Blink plus Energy Nova, he needs 400. He needs 400, probably 800 and 900 eventually. Because Cloak's a much more intensive ability. He has more abilities to maintain. You don't want to be sitting there just waiting for energy to come out. Pawnosaurus Rex, using his interceptors, he actually doesn't have any abilities either. Interesting. He doesn't have any abilities. And Gutman went for almost the all abilities build. Now he has 15 interceptors. He has 14. He has 16 of them right now, and he has only has 8 at the moment, so I can't really tell how many he has in total. Let's see. The Sky Furies being healed, and then they were taken out. Get OC. So the red side has right now 2 carriers to do long range damage, 1 Guardian to do some specialist. I guess he's the closest thing they have left to a missile though, but he's really more of a specialist. So it's kind of like I used to, be really bad at StarCraft and like put ghosts in my bunkers, but it worked. They do damage. They do damage from a long distance, and hey, that it kind of worked out. But that's basically what they're kind of like jamming this square peg into a round hole thing. He has to be doing damage. Over easy similarly went for the multiple missiles on his tank. Now the missiles are good. They're only at a range, but hey, don't get close to this guy or he'll kill you. And then they have a what's it called? A void ray left, and Mr. Omnipotent has a cloak, and he's using it now. Ghetto he's trying to stay inside of the Dark Swarm. They were able to take out the Warp Prism, and he's kind of just staying there. This is in the version where when you're in Dark Swarm, you also heal. So he was just staying in Dark Swarm, being healed, hopefully through. Sometimes Cloak has a certain amount of time when it's effective. So if you can just stay there and be healed in the meantime, eventually he's going to run out of energy. He went from 400 to only about 200. Will they be able to take out Knight? Knight is being pushed. No, Howie Mandel has to move back. Oh, there's a perfect blackout on everybody. It does hit Ghetto SC, but it doesn't actually do the effects that it has to do on biological units, only on mechanical. You know what? 1, 2, 3 out of 4 ain't bad, like the song says. Let's see. And now the red side is moving back. Mr. Omnipotent blinking in to try to take out Ghetto SC. Will it be successful? He's choosing a different target. He's choosing Pawnosaurus X. Saved a little bit by the gas there. Stopped that beam for just a tiny little bit. There's a secret missile coming in. Now the Over Easy uses his recharge shield, and that's probably going to have to push Mr. Omnipotent back. He can kind of choose targets. He has to choose one and really stay on them for a little bit of time. Any tiny delays you can do is helpful. So if you can use your recharge shield to recharge shields, yeah. If you can stay in the gas to stay in the gas, do it. If you can be with your friends to be with your friends, yes. So really have to even though there's no direct counter to Cloak right now, they're using every trick in the book to get around the lack of direct counter. They're using every indirect counter. It's literally the 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife principle. Just keep on buying spoons. Get more spoons, and eventually your knife problem will solve itself. Over easy, using his 13 shields, so they have 20 armor, and he has, so that's actually pretty good as well. One other minor counter is, hey, sure, he's doing 70 damage at 0.25 seconds, but he's only doing 70 damage, so anything you can do to get armor is great. If it's a time game and you can delay how much, and you can extend how much time it takes to do that, that's awesome. So blue side has to push back. They're actually down a ship, and a little bit down in money, but they're also down a ship, so maybe they're about even richness. They have Mr. Omnipotent, who we've been talking about quite a bit. He has the blink, he has the cloak, he has the energy nova, and now the charge as well. Mad Cat does have EMP shockwave because he definitely needed to get it at that point. He has blackout, which we saw a little bit earlier. Defensive matrix is fantastic. It surrounds the target with a shield that will reduce most hits to the minimum damage. The shield is not perfect and will leak some hits, and lasts for about 5 seconds. Don't we all sometimes? We have Chesty Puller, who just upgraded his Tempests. Let's see, his interceptors are fantastic. He's a long-range damage dealer. And Knight, rounding out the middle damage, oh, there we go. Whew. I was going to say, still no lockdown. Now, that's a mistake, but he does have lockdown. Lockdown's going to help, take away all the energy. It's arguably not as good as EMP, but it's most definitely helpful to take out the energy from the Colossus, so he can't use his fancy abilities. And right there, he just used it on the carrier. The carrier actually is literally the one target that does not have any need for any fancy abilities. He's just going pure strength. He has interceptors. And he's happy. He enjoys his lot in life. He goes to work and collects his paycheck, and plays catch with the kids sometimes. He's okay. He doesn't need any fanciness. But he does need teammates. APC Howell is going to be taken out, and Mr. Omnipotent is going to blink, be cloaked, and go back. They were not in the position to save him, and plus Void Rays once you. The fastest thing that's closest to a Void Ray is another Void Ray, so he was able to stay on him. Saying that was a pretty good Void Ray to his allies. It's not a compliment, it's just, you know, an observation. Knight is using their there's the defensive matrix. So the interceptors can't do all the damage. He only has 4. He's 3-shotting. He's kind of the missile boat who also has a function now to lock down. Mr. Omnipotent, staying in the shadows, hiding in the bushes of love. Let's see. Oh, he's going to use his cloak to go around them. Now, he kind of gave away his position, and Ghetto SC is saying, oh, I'm going to use the defensive Dark Swarm. You can't hurt me. Now, they also really just can't hurt him, but they're going to stay around him. There's a Seeker Missile over easy is kind of pushing up to try to take out Knight, but, you know, some of the actions back here, the 2 carriers are safe. Is over easy going to be okay? Yes, I know that there's some hot Void Ray on Guardian action here. We're going to try to check it out. We're going to also try to split our eyes and watch Over Easy up there. He's going to stay in the Dark Storm to be a little bit safe. Now we have Over Easy pushing back. He was using his shield to be out of energy anymore, so he can't get any more shields. He has a shield tech with no shields, and he's being taken down. He's at 5,000 health, and the carriers are moving their interceptors to save him from the Chesty Puller's interceptors as well. And they were able to save them, so that's good. Mad Cat, with kind of the piano build, he has his Blackout, EMP Shockwave, Defensive Matrix. What do you need? I got it. I got 675 or 625 energy, so he really actually can support it at this point. Ravens don't have any missiles or anything like that, so like if they get caught off guard, then they you know, might die. So, but they're the healers, so you know, don't let them be off guard. The best way of not dying is to just, you know, not die. Pro Strategies brought to you by Maffuman. Let's see. Now they're just trying to farm. Mad Cat needs more energy and more abilities and more, probably a little bit of health, maybe a little bit of range. I don't see that he has radar, but I'm going to imagine he has radar. That's another good ability. And he's just kind of farming alone, and actually completely farming alone. Okay, we got a Chesty Puller using the Tempest just to add some additional damage. He hasn't upgraded them like crazy, like 20 times. So they're at 7. They're doing, you know, enough. They don't get taken out in one shot by the Colossus' Thermal Lance. Colossus upgraded his you know, missiles a little bit more. He has that, so he knows that like he is a target because Colossi, not Colossuses, are kind of energy intensive, and he knows that. So he's saying, you know, okay, so I want to have cool abilities. I want to have Thermal Lance and like Guardian Shield and Recharge Shield, but I have 575. I can probably support it. I can probably be hit by you know a couple energy draining abilities like right there. But he's now expecting that he will be, so he's also preparing for that eventuality. His antimatter missiles, you can't upgrade the range, but just try to get within 8 range, and then you'll be really good. Oh, swing and a miss! Swing and a miss, you know, Vortex right there. It was the defensive one. They're trying to save him from Mr. Omnipotent, who, as I was saying, was actually protected by Ghetto SC's gas. Ghetto SC's gas doesn't care who's in it, just as long as somebody's loving it. Dark Swarm protects, you know, the South Division from anybody who's inside of there, not necessarily friend or foe. But I'm not sure if it has the healing abilities for enemies. That would be a little bit crazy. Over easy, tanking some damage. And he actually is, again, out of abilities. He's just, like, rage attacking. And they do to get him out of shields. Shields on a Colossus are really good. And shields while in combat are really good because they go back really quickly. Health doesn't, right? For most things. Even Battlecruiser, you know, Biosteel isn't that quick, I don't believe. So, he was at 0, and now he's back. He uses, recharge shield, 60% of his total energy, or total, you know, total shields, total body workout. So let's see. The red side has to use their financial advantage to their advantage. Ooh, hey, look at that. Hey, Ponosaurus X, you finally got Plasma Surge. Plasma Surge recharges 125 shield points to each friendly light unit in the target area. Affected units have their maximum shield amount increased by 25, and their shield armor increased by 0.5 for 20 seconds. So basically what that is all of your fun stuff, so all of your interceptors, or if you have Tempest, or if you have Scouts, which I don't see Scouts as often as we should. Make Scouts, okay to play again, if you can. If they ever were. I always thought they were. I thought they were, that at some point they were used a lot more often. I don't see them as often anymore. Kind of more of a specialist thing. I, for one, am terrible at carrier, so I always go as Tempest. But people who are good should go Scouts, right? Not me. Just people who are good should do that, as an idea. So GetOSC suggested that they, that somebody hides in the corner and they warp trick, and Overeasy just says no. And the reason why he says no, is because Mad Cat more than likely has radar, and radar shows your position. So it's kind of like hide and go seek, but you're wearing a cowbell. So every time that you move and every time you go, you're seen. It's basically like that. They kind of already know where you are, so it's hard to surprise people. GetOSC, if he can get a little bit closer, he can do some damage. His acid spores were upgraded. Ooh, great defensive matrix. Mr. Omnipotent coming from behind. Oh, and the Dark Storm was already used. Overeasy. Wait, who's gonna check? Overeasy? GetOSC? Somebody? Okay, so he's using Overeasy. Overeasy is out of energy, and he's actually being attacked right now by the Mr. Omnipotent. Now, Overeasy is a shield tank. He doesn't have very many shields, so he does have Protoss plating, which is at 12, but he's being attacked pretty hard. Oh, and he had to retreat, but there's a secret missile coming in. But the secret missile will attack him. He used his recharge shield just in time. I think the secret missile just barely timed out. If the secret missile hit, he'd definitely be burning. Recharge shield instantly recharges 16% of that and was able to save him right there. Everybody also pulled together, which is also really helpful. Void Rays know they have very little health, so they have to be kind of cautious. As cool as they are, they actually don't have a pretty glaring weakness of health. So let's see. The entire red side's pulling back. 2 carriers. 1 with the piano build. Knight still going for the kind of missiles at range and lockdown ability. Jesse Butler getting super close. Forgetting he's a carrier for a second. He does not have enough energy for Tempest. It's 225, and he has to use it for other stuff. Will they? Okay, so they hurt a battle station. They hurt the tower. That's good. And then they retreated in time. Now, retreated in time a little bit. Guardian still can use his acid spores. You see that little giant beach ball right there? That's the Void Rays found it. Chrono Rift ability slows down everything in the area. Great for interceptors, also great for slowing down people who are attacking you, but it will not be enough to save Chesty Puller. Chesty Puller is having the interceptors attack him, defensive matrix and the beach ball right there, but they're kind of keep on pushing. Overeasy wants to get in that 8 range, and he's now in that 8 range. His shields are doing, he does extra damage versus shield, and that's what he has. He's also being slowed down. Acid spray reduces, and will there be enough good vent going in? And he does, and he actually was targeting the carrier who's dead. He's just keeping on, just teabagging him, and they were able to take out the carrier. And now we have a 4 versus 3 scenario. Still no direct counter to Cloak, because there will never be, but they're using every little side ability that you can possibly do, any indirect counter you can possibly think of. GetOSC just went for the missiles build with his acid spores, firing 1 blob of 400 damage, and nobody has anywhere close to that amount of armor. Nobody has armor, actually. 0 people have armor, so it's doing basically all 400 of that damage. and that's actually Broodling Strike as well. He didn't go for Brood Lords, but he, I guess, could. I guess the idea was he wanted to get Corrosive Acid to do extra damage and Darkstorm to not die against the Void Ray. But now that there's no carrier to take out the little spawned units. Goodven's saying it's Temp's time. Goodven, yeah, you go for it, buddy. You go from your like one ability the entire 37-minute game to saying, yeah, it's Tempest time. I love it. Because he was waiting. He was smart. He actually... Oh, sorry. I'm talking about Ponosaurus Rex. Ponosaurus, you're the one who gets all the praise here for, maybe going Tempest as well. But they wanted to wait until the carrier was taken out. It's very tempting to go Tempest because Tempests are good against most things. Most things don't include Interceptors. Interceptors wreck the day of all Tempests. Now, I don't know how many you upgraded them, but I can find out for you right now. 12. Fantastic. So he waited until the carrier was out. The carrier can no longer just wreck the day of the Tempests, and now maybe the Ghetto will go for Brood Lords as well. Maybe he does not. He, in fact, most definitely does not. But maybe Ponosaurus Rex will as well. You don't need them. You don't. It's not like a requirement, but maybe it'll be helpful. Let's see. Missile pods? Yeah, might as well. You might as well missile pods. Do right there. Try to take out some interceptors right there. You won't necessarily kill them at this point because does 125 and they have 98 plus 98 and do 70 damage. But it will definitely hurt them, and then his lasers can finish them off, especially with the little bro ball over there slowing down the interceptors. Now Over Easy is sitting there like, I know what I should do right now. Protect everything. He has some good lasers. He has good missiles to protect anybody who wants to get close. And he's just kind of sitting there, rocking back and forth like a little rocking chair, very cutely. Ponosaurus Rex shooting in his he only has one ability. You know what? Hey, he likes plasma surge, and that's what he's staying with. He wants to use it as well. He's going to use it against his interceptor. On his interceptors, and interceptors will get extra life. And you know what? That'll be good enough. There's going to be a secret missile coming in to attack Over Easy, but Over Easy is pretty strong. Mr. Omnipotent is going to use his his cloak ability to keep on trying to take them out. Now they're basically using the Ring Around the Rosie technique, where they try to stay inside of the Dark Swarm, except for Ponosaurus Rex. He's kind of like, guys, can't help me. But they can't have a direct counter, and the Dark Swarm's on a little bit of cooldown. Ponosaurus Rex, if you maybe go back to base. I mean, yes, you are kind of protected. How much longer can this be sustained? He's staying by his friends. Oh, a defensive save the day, vortex. Now, he was doing that because the Void Ray was in that area. You couldn't see them, but you know what? You can see the beam, so he kind of like calculated, and everybody's going into the circle. Now, will that be enough? I think it does. I think it scares away Mr. Omnipotent just enough for Ponosaurus Rex to escape. He is burning down with 1,900 life going away, but he actually will make it out of there because Mr. Omnipotent was scared away. He didn't want to be stuck with no momentum. Goodvent using his 21 upgraded kinetic overlord, shooting 560 damage, doing it 17 range. Tempest almost making me die here, as well as the base over there, and they're really using that to their advantage. Now that was nice. Little beach ball right there to slow down all the interceptors in the area. Goodvent's using, just trying to see what he can do. We got the mothership depowered. He can no longer use his repulsor cannon, so he can no longer shoot down the interceptors. And his purifier beam went from like 25 range or 20 range to 8 range. So like, as long as you stay away from him, these Tempests are going to just be able to sit there. If they're not attacking the capital ships, they're slowly slapping down the base. And I did say slowly, right? Okay, cool. Ghetto SC still doesn't have, like, you know, what's it called? Any, any Brood Lords, but maybe he'll go back. He has 664. Over easy. Going the easy life. He knows that he's supposed to just defend stuff, and he totally is. But he has 1,000 money. You don't want to die rich, so maybe he should go back as well. He is pretty safe from Mr. Omnipotent, just by virtue of being too thick. Let's see. Carrier, though. Will he get a 2-for-1 special on carriers? Will he? Well, he is scaring them off. Most definitely. Pawnosaurus Rex. Will there be another Save the Day Vortex? There is! There's a Save the Day Vortex! Now, will there be enough? The blue side can't advance much further past their base because they have to contend with Sky Furies inside of the Dark Swarm. Ghetto SC is kind of setting up. You don't want to lose momentum entirely. But will it be enough? He does want to run away. Mr. Omnipotent runs away for the second time. The carrier from Pawnosaurus Rex will limp back with about 1,200 life. He'll probably have about 1,000 by the time he gets there, but you know it's 1,000 more than 0, so he'll be okay. Let's see. Mad Cat and Knight couldn't push forward because they had to be kind of stuck in their base, trying to advance through the Tempest, so they weren't able to be in the right position. Pawnosaurus is saying, ouch, 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 B. He will make it back. Come on. There we go. Overeasy saying, just protect the Temps, which basically Overeasy's been doing this whole time. Let's see. Let's see what everybody puts their money into. And the blue side, now they can come back from this. Mad Cat, even though it does seem like they have quite the farming disadvantage, and just because they have the person disadvantage, they are at least playing defense. Now that's pretty good if they can, maybe get a really good blackout, and then a couple attacks on there. If Knight went for nuke, that could work. I think at this point it might be worth the risk to go for like something like nuke and blackout, while Mr. Omnipotent kind of like goes in with the finishing touches. I think they've been kind of like hoping that the Void Ray will like do a lot of catching them off guard, but right now they can't do that because they have to be at their base. Void Rays are really good, except on defense. Because there's usually enough health, enough counters to like scare them off if they are attacking. They don't have very much health, so they really can't sit there and take a straight on engagement. And most of the time on defense, if you're going to advance, they know where you are. There's only one place you could be, at base. So they're not getting caught off guard. And that's where the Void Ray is a little bit of a disadvantage strategically. Now look at these Tempests. 25 upgrades, doing 640 damage to massive units. Only 310 to like other units. So basically just the mothership's taking 310. The everybody else is taking 640. Otherwise, the mothership would be burning down a lot quicker. It has quite a bunch of shields and quite a bunch of health, 25,000 of each. But good then. Oh no, is there a... No, does he have enough energy for a vortex? He does! Oh, take me with you! Oh, he just did like the Donkey Kong! He did the Donkey Kong from Smash Brothers, where you grab the person and you jump off the cliff with them while they're like wiggling away. Because he said, you know what? If I'm going down, I'm taking you with me. Now, this time, Knight and Mad Cat are in the right area. Now, will they follow through? The Goofin's is actually quite hurt. And with the defensive matrix, maybe Mr. Omnipotent can keep on attacking. Oh, he does decide to go turn around and attack Ghetto. Ghetto, where were you going? Who are you attacking? Will that be enough? Will he be taken out for supers? No. Mr. Omnipotent had to retreat. Mad Cat and Knight were attacking Ghetto, so he attacked Ghetto, but he was saved by the Dark Swarm right there. Maybe if he had stayed, he probably definitely could have taken out Goodfen, but in the moment, I mean, yeah, there's a free. It's free real estate. There's a free, you know, guardian behind you. Of course, you want to take that. Especially with your allies close? Totally. Whoa, the Golden Armada has arrived. Gootvent and Pawnosaurus. Pawnosaurus! There you are, buddy. You finally came in with your second upgrade. I love you. You finally got Tempests. Probably because all the cool kids are doing it. And look, we have even the Sky Furies. The perfect timing. The house guys came in. Now, Mr. Omnipotent gonna try to take you out. And there's a warp in from what's it called? Gootvent. Now, I think he used his vortex already, and there's no vortex from Gootvent. Will they be attacked? Now, they're kind of just staying up there. Over easy is. Now, they're all going to try to stay around where these Tempests and Siege units are. Right now, they're attacking the base, but if Mr. Omnipotent gets out of cloak, they can all retarget around him. Let's see, Pawnosaurus X. He might be taken out. He does have less and less health. There's a secret missile going to come in and try to take him out. Missiles are going to come in and take him out. And Pawnosaurus X taken out. And there's a blackout on over easy as well. Mad Cat diving in. Get OSC does take out Mad Cat. The mothership is damaged. Everybody's hurt. What are they going to do? They have over easy might be pushing in. They have more Tempests spawning up, and there we go. That is taking out the mothership. Although Mr. Omnipotent and Knight technically survived, the mothership was taken out. It's like taking out the king in chess. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Send your replays to maffumancasting@gmail.com. Press like, press subscribe, do all that cool YouTube stuff, and press like, press subscribe. We're doing Starcraft Star Battle all the time.